It said go. Where does it want me to go? It just said 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1, go. Anyways, hello everybody. It's Jeff and Trader Matt. I mean Matt, who's got a what is that Leafs hat? Yeah, a Leafs hat on because they did so wonderful in Game 7. What's the word? They tanked? No, they. Anyways, I was listening to the radio on the Sunday, and like before the game had started, and everybody was super excited, and they were like talking to a bunch of fans, and I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens. Like not to see what happens, but hear what happens. And I checked it later on in the night, saw they lost, and then I pulled up the score, and I almost busted gut laughing. That it was like I think it was 7-1.
6-1.
6-1.
It was it was not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually felt bad for the fans because this is getting old. Even though so the reason I'm wearing the hat is I'm counting down the teams as they get eliminated. So I'm wearing this hat today because the Leafs got eliminated. So we're down to 4 teams still alive, and Toronto was out. So
Edmonton's still in, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Are they the only Canadian team, or because I think Winnipeg got kicked out too, right?
Correct. Yeah, Winnipeg got kicked out on Saturday, and then Toronto got kicked out on Sunday. So
Canada has become an Edmonton Oilers fan.
Yeah, the only team still left. But there's only 4 teams left in the whole league. So, but
yeah. Gotcha. Anyway, so welcome everybody. We're going to talk about the 2 new sets that were announced this week: the Gumball Machine and the City set, which is a little Mod Podge of everything. I find them kind of expensive, I have to say.
Especially if you want to army build the figs. Holy cow!
Well, I mean, I want to buy one of the Gumball machines because I think it's cool. And yes, of course, I want 16 figs because most of them are pretty decent. However, at the same time, it's just like the price of it, like $220 Canadian. For that. It's just, I don't know.
Would it be to your advantage just to buy the figs? You want all the figs, or you just want the castle one?
I want the castle. Excuse me. I want the space ones too. And like the Fabuline torsos are pretty cool.
Okay,
I like
so
those.
You want most of them, but
I
never know.
I want 10 of them out of the 16 easily. I haven't really seen the other ones up close.
You could wait and see what the figs go for, and then
Yeah, I'm not going to buy it day one regardless. But I don't know. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. Matt is currently on vacation for the summer.
What?
Are you not off work for the summer?
I am not teaching right now, but to describe what I'm doing as a vacation would be a stretch. So I've had 2 all-day Zoom meetings about using AI in the classroom, and So
today you had 2 all-day meetings today?
No, the last 2 Mondays I had meetings, and then today I basically did yard work on and off the whole day. So
technically, you are not teaching. Have you taught this? Have you done any school stuff at all this week?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But my summer class doesn't start up for another month, but I'm getting it prepped. So
gotcha.
And I've got a new topic I've never taught before in the fall, so I have to start prepping for that too. So they keep pestering me like, "Are you going to make people buy a book?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Is that topic how bad, or even though the Leafs lost, they still lasted longer than the Canadians? Is that the topic?
Could be. It sounds like a fertile topic to me.
Not a Leafs fan in any way. I'm an Oilers fan now because they're the.
At least in Montreal, the mood is positive. In Toronto, they're talking about a Shanaplosion.
A what?
Shanaplosion. Shanahan.
That's of Brendan Shanahan, the president.
The president is leaving to go to the Islanders now.
Oh, okay. I that's how much I follow hockey.
I know.
I the only thing I was caring about was just looking at the game results, like how many games had been won. And I like I was saying to Matt a few minutes ago, I was listening to, or the radio was talking about to Leaf fans all day on Sunday, and I checked like 10 o'clock or so at night to see if the score or the game had finished, and they had lost, and then I pulled up the score and I laughed. because like it's like losing by that much is kind of a lot.
It's
Well,
embarrassing.
it's a record. It's a record. It's a record for Game 7 in the Stanley Cup. Actually,
Yeah. Hello, Jeff. We were
It's
talking
embarrassing.
about the gumball machine today. That's an expensive one.
yeah. Like
Axel?
I told many people, I'm gonna wait till the parts get on PAB to
Yeah.
get them because
Canadian American and U.S. American. I'll accept that one. Axel versus American. They're saying hi.
It's all American to me.
Is the gumball machine exclusive? It'll be lot shop at home in Lego stores. I don't know that it'll get anywhere
it's
else.
an idea set. So
Do
I
idea
don't
set,
think,
Matt? Does Target carry idea sets in the States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Idea sets? No.
Yeah, like Lego ideas.
No, they don't.
Okay.
You'll have to buy it off the website.
Jeff's asking you, Matt, do they want you to use AI or catch people using it to do assignments? Or both?
So there's a huge fight about this. Some professors are banning their students from using AI, but students are going to be expected to use it when they go on the job market. And so it's not an official policy, but the attitude at my area is that students will be using it, and we should teach them to use it appropriately, and we should teach them not to use it to do all of their assignments, but we should teach them. It may be that writing in many ways gets turned into editing. So learning to write a prompt and then edit what comes out, that might be the future of writing for a lot of workplaces, not like novels necessarily, but so it's about figuring out how to use AI to do some assignments, and what it's not good at. So in particular, like the one English professor was saying, like he makes them do a written out first draft, and then they can put the first draft in AI, and they can learn about grammar, and they can learn like things that need to be fixed. But it's here to stay, so it's not going away. So the question is, like, how is education going to change with AI being a reality, so on and so forth. So
hello, Chris. Wait, no, I should say that differently. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
I'm not upset that I didn't get invited. I understand you guys. It was the original 4. I get that, but I didn't even I'm upset at YouTube because it didn't notify me that the chat was on. Otherwise, I would have watched the whole thing. I literally
I
refreshed.
was notified. How come you weren't notified? I got there before you did.
Yeah, well, I guess because usually I'm on it, so I don't need to get notified that the stream I'm in is.
I mean, we literally decided to do it an hour before we hopped on, so it's
Yeah,
not like there was zero prep here.
I'm not against it in any way. It was more just the fact that I refreshed my feed
Jeff is mad.
with subscriptions, and all of a sudden I'm like, why is there Old Grey Bricks from Wednesday there? And then I realized, no, wait, this is a different one. So, and they almost stole our time slot.
Darn you!
No, I typically said Jeff starts at 9, so we started at 7. So
yeah. Fair enough. Mr. Secure has more bins behind him now, but most of those other bins look empty still. Oh, there might be a little bit of yellow.
Oh, the bottom ones are.
No, I meant on
empty.
the other side.
The other side, no, the gray is almost done. So I'm like.
They look as empty as the
That's all
Toronto
the gray I have left.
Gotcha.
Empty as the Toronto Maple Leafs championship closet since 1967.
That too.
So I mostly done this work because that took longer time.
Yeah, you mounted it to a board, or you said you were mounting it to like a wagon or something, right? Or
it's actually mobile. It's actually like a mobile shelf. It had wheels on it, so
gotcha.
I can.
Chris
around.
Saying that Matt said it started at 8:00, so they started at 7. Matt was lying. Matt just wanted to take a break and not go from one stream to another.
So this is one of the greatest side benefits of being a Costco member is that when you buy the large glass containers of cashews, they make excellent Lego show displays for behind on the shelf. So I ate another giant container of cashews. So I've got another one to fill with the color to go up here.
And what's in each? Is it like one solid piece in each of those bins, or is it just a mix?
I just put one color in. It's
No,
usually,
but I mean, is it one part?
yeah, usually it's like 2x4 bricks that I don't build a lot with 2x4 bricks, so
Okay.
it's either 2x2 or 2x4, 2x3 or something like that. So
Gotcha.
it looks nice.
Cool.
So what have you guys been doing? We know
Oh.
Matt hasn't been doing school, even though he has been. I was bugging him about that earlier.
Yeah, I built the shelves behind me, put the rack in, and last week like I said, I'm almost finished done with my sorting my gray, the light gray, and that's about it. Lego wise, I got my email from Bricomanie, and you should check that out, Jeff. I
Yeah,
know it's in
actually,
French.
Yeah,
If you want me to
I got an English one.
Okay. So,
I do have
yeah,
to open that,
we all got our email from Bricomanie to register our space,
Yeah.
get our ticket, to get our thing. They also have an exclusive. They also have an exclusive set of the Sheraton, the hotel that we'll be stationed in. So
Yeah, and there was two other things I had too: a sticker sheet, a custom sticker sheet, and I forget what the second one was. So the second one I didn't actually understand what it was.
it's a tile. It's the tile with the Bricomanie smiley face. That's like
okay,
with the tongue in cheek.
gotcha. I'm trying to
So
remember
that-
now where I registered or what email it came to.
So
Must be my Gmail.
you get the tile, and the last one is the T-shirt.
Oh yeah, there's the T-shirt as well. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
So I was one of the first registry, so I already get the set.
That's the. Oh, you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
got
the
the
shirt. The Sheraton set. I already, it's already included. I'm gonna get the T-shirt. I'm probably not gonna get the tile because I already have like 2 or 3 of those. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Rascal. That's why I was like, "What's the Rascal printed tile?" Because it's in.
well, if it's translated to from in French, it's called le tannant, which like it's the mischievous, something like that, or
Yeah.
the rascal is probably like a good translation. For
Yeah, and the other thing is we got a code to actually go and register to get our actual ticket.
Yeah, it's a ticket that will get you your registration. That will facilitate your registration once you get there. So yeah.
It's an interesting. I've never had that set up before, so it's kind of interesting to see.
It's the first time I see it too. So.
So yeah, sorry. Axel's asking if Chris had streamed earlier, and he said a 5-year anniversary surprise show. It was a surprise to everybody. No,
It was a
Even
surprise
Jeff.
to
nice
I
on
got
to
it.
the next 25 years.
I got a text at like 6:15, like, "Hey, our anniversary was yesterday. We should do a show." Okay, what about Thursday? I'm busy. What about today? I was like, "Well, I'm on Jeff's show at 9," and they're like, "Okay, how about 7?" I'm like, "Okay." So like literally, it was like, "Okay, we're gonna stream." All right.
I think the kicker was I was actually down here. Like I had finished dinner, and I literally at 7:00, I had just finished watching a show. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs, get a little bit of building done and stuff. So I've been sitting here the whole time, and I could have watched it live. And now I have to watch it. Now I have to. It's in my queue, and I'll watch it sometime in the next 3 or 4 days or whatever. But
You were talked about in the show.
well, yeah. Well, now I'm going to have to watch it sooner, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and David, I know you got your transparent battle.
Yes,
pack.
I got 2 of them.
You got 2 of them. I debated ordering 2. I did not, but I debated ordering 2. I did notice Amazon, just not to promote Amazon, but they were 33% off on Amazon, and I ordered it, but I wasn't going to be home for the whole weekend. And it was going to be delivered on Sunday. And I'm like, well, it's probably going to rain this weekend. I don't want that. And I've noticed Amazon has actually added a feature now that if on the latest day it says, or you can schedule a different day by clicking this link.
Yeah.
So I was able to push it to Tuesday, which was an interesting thing. It was nice to see that because previously I don't think they've had that feature. So I've showed it a few times. I did get my bricks and pieces order today, so I got my Space Baby, and I've got well, that's not all of it. I got some 4x4 and 4x6 tiles that can, a couple hundred of those and some other bits and pieces. But I had a picture of it earlier because the bag actually burst open. It was so full. Luckily, they'd put it into a good sized box because of the gift of purchase, so everything stayed in.
I sold my gift with purchase to Dana because I figured you wanted it.
Yeah.
Baby. So I was going to put it in my Bricklink store, and I said, I literally had just gone to Lego store, and I was walking out, and I'm like, "Do you want the Space Baby?" Before I listed on Bricklink, and he's like, "Well, is there like a friend discount?" I was like, "I'll give you 10% off, and I'll hand deliver it to your house." So and he's like, "Deal," because I was playing hockey at the rink that's literally like 8 minutes from his door. So I went and played my hockey game, and then afterwards I just drove around and we chatted for about 30 minutes. And but it was like 11 o'clock at night. But
just 30 minutes?
Yeah. What's that?
I said just 30 minutes?
But I really worked the angles. So I wanted the Steamboat set, but I decided to take back a couple of sets that I bought, and I exchanged them for value, and I calculated so I had just enough to qualify for the gift of purchase. And then I sold it to him. And basically I paid $90 out of pocket for the Steamboat. So
how much would you have listed the baby for?
I was going to list it at 40. It seemed like that's about what it's going in the States. So I gave him 10. So I sold it to him for 36.
I'm seeing them here in Canada at 60 and 55. This is in Toronto area, but
exchange rate's wicked. No, okay.
Well, I mean, it's probably just the.
I mean, I could have maybe got more money, but like.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying you need to rip off or you need to charge more. Anyhow, I'm just.
I'm going to text him and say, Ben Winden says I should ask for more.
Well,
Take it back. I'll give you $5 more.
He did fill up one of your painted ladies with Lego eyes, so
That's true.
There is some revenge that needs there, but
good.
Jeff also, I popped this up earlier. I didn't say it though. He got 2 of the transparent boxes also.
But I finished this during the earlier chat tonight.
Okay.
So I was doing Chopper last week, so Chopper's done. Chopper's right there.
Chopper's been stuck in a box all weekend.
Nobody puts Chopper in corner.
Chopper. So yeah. I was away for the weekend. I brought Chopper with me to build. Didn't do much.
You try your new truck?
Yes, I went for a nice drive. It's funny. Last year, my girlfriend got a new car, and we went for a drive on the one weekend after she gotten it, and we ended up having dinner in Kitchener-Waterloo area at like a kind of a central town place that has a whole bunch of smaller restaurants and stuff. And this weekend or last weekend, the plan was to head up towards Collingwood area, which is nowhere near Kitchener-Waterloo. And we got about halfway up, and it was like, do we really want to go all the way up there? Because traffic was kind of not the best as well, because it's a long weekend and that's going towards cottage country. And it was just one of those, nah, why don't we go this way? We turned directions and we ended up in Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah.
And we ended up going to a restaurant two stores down from like the other one that we went to last year. So I'm like, okay, is this a tradition now? Every time we get a car, we have to drive to Kitchener-Waterloo area to get.
It's your destiny.
Anyway. So, but I had a good dinner. I can't complain.
So how much did you thump the bass as you were driving
destiny.
around? Boom, boom, boom.
I thumped the bass at a bass thumping level that was appropriate. But yeah, we I built Chopper on the weekend. I came home Tuesday morning. 407 is really our 407, our toll road out here. First, they have promotions sometimes, and I got a promotion that said between, I think, the end of April and mid-June or early June. If I get on the 407 at 7 a.m. in the morning between the hours of 7 and 9, if I get on the highway at that time, I don't have to pay for that trip. So it was like I could drive home on the Monday night on long weekend after Old Gray Bricks, or I could just stay the extra night and just hop on the highway at 7 in the morning, which I ended up doing. And
Why are they doing that? Are they trying to get people on the road earlier?
I think. Well, I mean, I've had a few bills that have been over $300 for the month because, like the week when we lost power and everything here, and when I had to jump, I went to go stay at my girlfriend's, and I had to come back a few times. So that bill was like $300.
How much is a single trip typically?
Depends. Well, it depends where you go in and get off. I'm almost taking the entire way.
Okay.
So it's like $50 to $60 for the.
Are you serious?
For one way, and that's probably about 100 kilometers. So
Holy
160 miles.
cow!
Which, I mean, if you look at it that way, wait, is that right? 100 kilometers? No, 100 kilometers, 60 miles. Is that right?
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. toll road, if you take like the Pennsylvania Turnpike or the Ohio Turnpike, it doesn't ever come to that much.
No, yeah, I get that. Ours is really expensive. Luckily, our government the Ontario government has said no more toll roads, in that any highway that gets built, they're not going to toll it.
Okay.
And they're part of it. Dave, your microphone is picking up every piece of Lego that's moving. Just so you know, it's super. Yeah. I know the government is talking about.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now. The government is like, there's a part of it that's owned by another company. They sold it off, and then the extension they built on is still owned by the Canadian government or the Ontario government, and that's probably going to be free after the next budget's passed. That second section, but it's only half of the trip for me, or less than half of the trip. That's free. So, wow, Dave, seriously, that is like picking up extremely loud.
Yeah, no, you don't have to lift it up. We can hear it just fine.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Clean out the bins.
Yes, with the toothbrush that was used to clean the toilet earlier.
No, no, it's a brand new toothbrush. I got from the dentist, but I'm not using them because I have an electric toothbrush. So.
Yeah.
Small dental story aside. So we had these leftover little mini jawbreakers. They're about like that. Those little mini jawbreakers that were left over from Halloween, and I put them in a bag because when I'm on long road trips, I get bored. My mind wanders, and like if I put one in my mouth, it keeps me like physically present, helps me stay concentrate. Well, I came across the bag I was tidying up, and I was like, I popped one in my mouth, and I'm like, it was really hard. I was like, crunch, crunch, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't do this. I might break a tooth. I broke a tooth. A little piece of my tooth came off while I was using the jawbreaker. I had to go to the dentist yesterday, and they're like, yeah, you're going to need a crown on that tooth now. I'm like,
I was making chocolate chip cookies with my daughter when she was like 6 or 7. And you make chocolate chip cookies. What are you also doing? Eating the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
And I put a chocolate chip in my mouth and bit down on it. And it wasn't hard by any means, but I guess it was hard enough. It actually cracked my tooth in half. I now have a gap.
A chocolate chip?
Yeah, I'm missing a tooth completely. I've got everything in place that if I wanted to put another tooth in place, I could. But I had a chocolate chip break my tooth.
That's crazy.
Obviously, the tooth was rotten or whatever. I don't know what the phrase is, but I just mirrored both of you guys, so now we can actually read that your hat says Toronto Maple Leafs. I have the ability. Watch, see, I can just click here, and David Sincere can suddenly flip, and then he can flip.
I flipped my camera in StreamYard. I guess it's still not correct in this.
Well, you can set it up yourself. I just realized I have the power to do it as the person doing this. So, it's not if you're trying to echo it, it's not echoing either.
No, I'm not echoing. I'm muting. And
you weren't muting because we could hear you brushing that container while you were standing there. Try saying something. Hello. We can hear you. Is it coming in from somewhere else?
I don't know.
Try echo for a second.
Echo. Hello.
That mic is not picking up your voice.
Damn.
You got the wrong mic going. But whatever is picking up your voice, it was really loud.
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having technical difficulties here.
Well, we're not having technical difficulties. He's having technical difficulties.
As a show, we're having technical.
There's a wife joke there, but I'm not going to go take that one.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, there we go. Now, so what mic was picking up your voice? Oh, now we can't hear you at all because you muted it. No, now we don't hear you at all. And I'm being serious. We don't hear you. We heard you say hello, and now there's nothing coming out of your mouth, which isn't a bad thing. This is my revenge for later on because there's going to be some stuff later on.
Hijinks. There'll be hijinks later on.
Still nothing, Dave. See, this is where you need to call your kid in to do technology stuff for you.
That's what my husband's for because I don't have a kid.
Fair enough.
He's the tech person. I get a new laptop and I just hand it to him and he's like, he'll set everything up. And I'm like thankful that he enjoys doing it because I do not.
It's weird that your mic isn't working though, Dave. Of course, he could be talking.
Like,
we could technically not be pretending that we don't hear him, but that's not the case in this one.
It's almost like somebody sabotaged his mic.
I don't know what he just said, but he went.
Give us a thumbs up.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in, the microphone? The light's on, so it should be working. Oh, is it Bluetooth?
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you.
Yep.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah,
Try the echo. See if the echo works. Make sure it's that guy.
Echo.
No.
Echo. No echo?
It's not your microphone.
Maybe I get the wrong button. Echo. Hello?
No.
No.
No, whatever microphone it's using, it's not that one. So if you go into your audio settings, it should be tech support.
All right. Well, while he's figuring this out, I just want to say that a lot of these the helmet sets, you basically build a cube and then you just stick on the rest of it to make the rest of it. Not this one. This is like a work of art to get all of the angles in the face. Like it's perfectly calculated, and if you are off, if you put one thing wrong, it will not line up. But it
Echo.
No echo.
Echo now.
We can hear you
talking. So earlier, when you were sorting pieces, is your laptop on or is your computer right on the desk?
Yep.
Okay, so it was probably picking up the mic off of your laptop at that point. Because you sorting pieces was extremely loud because you were literally right beside the source.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Does the blue light tell you it's on or off?
You don't have to turn on the blue light.
I don't see a blue light at all. All right. Anyways, this is a high quality production. You know why? It's because I reversed your camera. Let me reverse your camera back, and then it'll just happen naturally.
Magic.
That would be funny if that was actually what it was.
All she ever does is magic.
Anyway, So I'm trying to think what else. What else has happened this week?
How often have you taken a set to build away from your house? I did this once. We went and rented a cabin for a weekend.
Yeah. And
I took the I think it was the Sydney Opera House set, and I built it at the cabin, which was kind of an interesting experience. There was absolutely no internet or Wi-Fi or cell phone signal, so I was like glad I had a Lego set to keep me in mind.
I will do it. I'm adding you back in, Dave, once I see you appear there. Dave has joined, add to the stream. How come that's... It's funny. It said Dave has joined, add to the stream, but I don't see him in the stream yet. I'll bring in a set occasionally with me. It depends on what we're planning on doing. My girlfriend builds Technic sets, but she only buys the big sets, like the cars, like the full scale cars. So I knew she was working on the P1 McLaren this weekend. So I'll put the parts into bins for her. You know those bins that you got for organizing or for sorting your parts? I got a bunch of those as well. And I'll go through the instruction book and just pull the parts so that she can build. And I usually get
Wow.
it.
You're
Sorry.
a good boyfriend.
Oh, here he is. Hello.
Is this thing on?
This thing
Try-
on.
It's on. I'm trying to hear the echo though. Say it again.
You have the echo.
Yeah, we have the echo. You are
There
now-
you go. Now we're cooking.
The echo is bad.
The echo is back. But yeah, so because I knew she was building the Technic set this weekend, I'll pull the parts, and we got 4 of those big sorting trays. So once I fill that up, then it's like, okay, now I'm either going to sit around until she empties a tray, which takes a while because it's hard to build a Technic set. Even for me, it would take a long time to do it. So then at that point, I would build a bag, one of the bags of whatever set I brought with me, type thing. So, but I'm also running out of sets, so that doesn't help. But anyways,
You need to buy more sets, Jeff.
with an echo continuously. Yes. No, I don't need to buy more sets. I don't have the budget to buy more sets.
Buy more sets. Jeff.
Still echoing. That'd be funny if the echo doesn't turn off now.
Echo, echo, echo all the time.
Oh,
I'm pretty caught up on my Lego wish list right now.
Hello?
Because I got the paddle
it's off.
boat, which
Okay.
was one, and I got the 3-star. The only set that's really I'm jonesing for is the K2SO, but it hasn't come out
hasn't
yet.
come out yet. Yeah. All right.
That robot dude.
Yeah,
That robot dude. Do we want to play what's on your wish list? Do you guys use the shop at home wish lists?
I do not.
You do not?
Sometimes yes, but
I keep it on my phone because if I walk in the Lego store, I need to know what do I want to get. So
Yeah. Now
Everything.
not all of these I want to get. I actually have a few because I do it by year. But I mean, I should sets that I definitely want, like the Lamborghini, the Botanical Gardens. I kind of want, but I'll never get out of that price. Andrea's Mansion, those are the ones that came out last year. It's like, oh, I wouldn't mind getting that, and so I have them on my list. But out of this list, I would probably say, the Lamborghini set, and maybe these cups if they ever come out again.
So I built the mansion on the right, and then
Yeah.
on the right, I also built the Notre Dame.
Notre Dame,
Yeah.
yeah.
on my work.
Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. I won't try to roll the R because I'm too
And
angry.
the bed and breakfast is interesting, but I haven't really I don't have a watch for it or anything.
Oh, actually, the blue one on the right I built too. The bottom one.
The
that
bed and
one.
breakfast.
Yep, I built
Yeah,
all
the friends one.
basically everything on your right hand side. I like.
Fair enough. And then this year's sets, and again, there's a few. Oh, I can take Chopper off now. Oh, there we go. Chopper's gone. I mean, the Grogu's kind of cute. The Tom and Jerry I thought was kind of cute. That's the Tweety Bird. I can get rid of these guys too. Series 27 is sold out completely. Wow. The tractor,
only-
of course. Yeah.
The Van Gogh Sunflowers is on my wish list, as is the last Ninjago City, but I'm sort of on the last Ninjago City editions.
Yeah. I have the Duplo train bridge on my list because it's a new bridge.
You love your Duplo train.
I do actually have the tunnel. I think I showed that a few weeks back. I actually have the Duplo tunnel that came out, but that was because it went on for 50% off. It was like $13. So why not, right? Hey, Paul, welcome. Sorry. But yeah, I don't have a lot from this year's stuff, like expensive stuff, but I also haven't added in any of the new stuff that have come out, like the gumball machine or things like that. And again, I don't know if I want the gumball machine, I'll be honest.
I don't want a gumball machine.
I want the parts, I want the figs,
I want the figs.
and I wouldn't mind some of those transparent, the clear panels, which we'll talk about as well, because there's new panels in there too. I think those are kind of cool.
Didn't notice.
Well, yeah, we'll point it out as we're checking it out. But yeah, I just find it very expensive. Why don't we hop into the news and then we'll talk about that?
Yes.
And because I have to do it all myself these days, because that's just the way.
This week in the news.
That one. And of course, I'm not prepared at all. I am prepared. I have the news. But
So
Where is the news? We
when you-
want the news. The show
when you
us
commented
the news.
on the Old Gray Bricks chat at the very, we were wrapping up, and you hopped on it at like 8:15. I'm like, Jeff never starts show prep 45 minutes before.
no,
the
I don't. I started a few minutes after 8:30. I have an alarm set for 8:30. That's my prep time. But like I said, I was
show.
literally I updated my subscriptions and I popped up and I'm like, what? But
What?
anyways,
What?
exactly. Lego ideas. This is fine. So there's a bunch of Lego Ideas stuff that's hit 10K this week. The first one is This Is Fine, which is, a meme, I believe, on something.
I'm almost amazed that this hasn't already been submitted.
Yeah. So it's just kind of cute, and I could see a lot of people maybe wanting to buy this. I don't think Lego would produce it, honestly, but
It's very adult oriented.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the first Lego idea project that is actually a meme gone
true.
to a set.
Yeah, that's true. This is built by Eat, Sleep, Build, Repeat. It's 1,061 pieces. The build features the iconic This Is Fine meme created by webcomic artist Casey Green. A couple other angles. You can also pull the table out in the chair and the doggy. I'm assuming that's a dog. That's a dog. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's one of them. Another set this week was the Ariane 6 on ELA 4.
Ariane 6.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, if I had looked at I didn't realize it was the name of the rocket.
It's
This
the
is from
rocket.
the European Space Agency, I believe, the ESA.
Yes. Yes.
This is by Brick Rocket Collection. This build is based on the Ensemble de Lancement, Ariane 4, and the Ariane 6. Oh, see, at least I said 6 in French. How bad was that?
You said ensemble, which was
I didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
Rocket. So it's the European Space Agency rockets. Kind of cool. Couple other shots of it.
Well, I think Ariane 4 is no longer launching, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're just relying on Ariane 6.
Oh, they've got the old. They've used the old Technic connectors. I haven't seen those for a very long time. Wait, how do you? Sorry, I'm now. Oh, those are probably the tiles with the nibs on them. Okay, it's like, how do you get that connection in there? But yeah, I figured it out as I was looking. Anyway, so that's kind of an interesting one. I mean, I could see Lego producing something like this because they are positive.
Yeah, they're doing that NASA set, so
Yeah,
I don't think it would be that far of a stretch to do ESA set
yeah,
also.
agreed. Well, we'll have to see what happens. Another item, GLaDOS from Portal
Nice.
2.
Gladys.
And so we have another Portal one here. This is by Hakuruku 24. The build is based on the final boss fight of the game where Chell and Wheatley take on the supercomputer. I've said this a few times with the Portal stuff. My only experience with Portal is Lego Dimensions, which was fun. So, I'm all for someone maybe enjoying.
We should add a gamer to our streams.
Probably should.
You could comment on those.
Probably should. And also, I just realized there's one news article I haven't talked about. Give me a moment here. Let me just pull this up as we're talking. I'm just going to pull up a picture. Since we are talking about this, or since we talked about gamers, it made me think of Twitch. And that led me to Nick and Stacy from the season 3 Canadian winners of Lego Masters, the Fox Lego Masters. They are heading to us. Well, technically, they've already headed to Australia because Nick. I said congratulations to Nick in our group chat, and Nick replied. So I'm assuming he's already back from Australia. But there's a team from Australia, or team from Canada, team from the States. From season 4 of Lego Masters, and I think there was a couple of other teams from other parts of the world. You know what? Do I have the link up here? No, I don't. So that doesn't help. But that was on Instagram the other day. They were going over all the team.
That's nice. They did a team for Canada because officially
Yeah.
Canada doesn't have its own shows.
Yeah, so it's the show. This is actually Lego Master Grandmasters of the Galaxy, which will be airing on 9 now in Australia. I believe it's starting in June. I think it was. From what I read, I believe. But
Yeah, I
I'll
think
be
so.
watching that Lego Masters when it comes out. I haven't even watched like Lego Masters US just started this week again, and I haven't seen the episode yet because it hasn't been available as of yet for me to get. So I'll be looking for that when it comes out. Anyways. Next up, we have another ideas item, the botanical terrariums. Which this could actually do well with that new piece that I was talking about in the gumball machine as well, but we'll get to that. This is by the 44th Brick. It's the build features 3 different size terrariums with their own unique plants and layouts. Kind of cool looking. I mean, I could see it fitting in with the botanical collection.
Yep.
Okay, so also this week, Bricklink Designer Program, they had some old sets from Series 1 and Series 2 become available.
Only for the US.
Only for
and
Canada and the US. And they lasted about 20 minutes-ish for most of them. I don't know if the last one's still available. Let's check it out quickly.
Probably not.
When I clicked,
they're all gone for version 1.
all the sets that I clicked on were available. I just decided not to spend the money, but
Yeah, they're all gone. So when I checked, because I was in a meeting and I didn't see the post that someone had posted in our group originally, and when I checked, the only thing that was left was the train on the bridge, the trestle bridge one. So I wasn't planning to buy any of them myself either, and I just realized no one has corrected me. We're in the wrong view, people. Anyways, but yeah, so those were available and are gone, and I apologize to our lovely European friends who did not get to be able to use those.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, hey.
Axel's got news. The Tottenham Hotspurs won their first title in 17 years, beating Manchester United in their worst season ever.
wow.
And sorry, Paul. Yes, I just enlarged the screen. I didn't actually see this message because I had the wrong screen up on the side. But yeah, screen's enlarged. Sorry about that. Again, production quality. Something we'll need to work on. Does this work? Does this better? Yeah, let's do that for a while. That way Dave's in the middle of the news.
I'm in the news.
You are. I wonder if we can move you. Can we move you? Nope.
Hey, I'm the
Not
news.
what I wanted to do. That just apparently switches. Dave is the news. This week in the
I'm
news,
the news.
Dave has a microphone and doesn't know how to work it.
Hey, it works now.
It does. It does. And I should have clued in because when you were reaching behind you and putting bins away, your voice was being, I think it might have actually been your headphones that picked it up or something. I don't know if your headphones have a Bluetooth mic.
Yeah.
And my apologies, my condolences for all the Bionicle fans out there. The Mask of Power has officially been canceled. Yes, someone has actively been working, and someone being the community, have actively been working on a game called Masks of Power, which for a while LEGO supported, as in they had no problems with them doing it. But for 8 years, the devs over at Team Koei have been hard at work in making Bionicle Mask of Powers, but that has changed as the game has been officially canceled. In a statement that has been released, it seems that the LEGO Group has asked for the fan-made game to be shut down entirely and basically erase it from the public eye. It was mentioned there had been no issue with LEGO in the past, and they even endorsed it on their Bricks and Bits podcast 3 years ago. The only reason Team Koei thinks why LEGO wanted them to shut down the game was it would be too easy to mistake it as an official LEGO product. Makes sense. Anyways, and Team Koei has been renamed to Unmasked Games and now is planning to use the knowledge from making Bionicle Mask of Power to create a new game codenamed Project Rustbound. No clue what that'll be about. Probably not Bionicle. But anyway. Okay, for the record, I have never searched for mounting or holding my cell phone ever. So I don't know why this is coming up. Just saying.
Google.
Predominant. All right. Lego.
Search for
Lego.
Google. Search for
Lego
phone
has-
handlers.
Lego has officially decided that Dave Sincere can be annoying sometimes. Yeah. Lego has officially opened up their Boston headquarters. They, as we have talked about in the past, they're moving their business from Enfield, Connecticut into Boston area, as well as the factory. They're building a factory in Virginia. So I'm assuming at some point Enfield will shut down completely. That would be my guess. I don't know. 2 years ago, the Lego Group has announced they will be moving their North American headquarters from Enfield to Boston. I feel like I just said that. And they have officially opened it yesterday, just a short way from Fenway Field. The new headquarters will be in an innovative space for over 800 employees. And yeah, so that happened this
Do we know
week.
why they were moving the headquarters from Enfield to Boston?
Not offhand. I mean,
Enfield is out in the middle of nowhere, frankly.
yeah,
So
well, that's part of it. And yeah,
they may have an easier time attracting marketing talent to that location if it's
Yeah.
in the city of Boston. But they're going to have to pay more to rent the office space.
and I would assume also just for people to come and go, it's easier to fly into Boston than it is to fly into Connecticut and then drive to Enfield. I don't know how close they are,
Yeah,
but you know.
With Enfield, you'd probably just fly to New York City, frankly. It's closer to New York than it is to Boston. Enfield's up the far western end of Connecticut. So
Matt has also driven through the counties of Connecticut and Enfield.
it is complete. Yes, I have done all of the counties in that state.
There you go. So, but Dave, why do you think that? Because you asked the question originally, why? Like, do you know why they moved to Boston?
I don't know.
Oh, you were actually asking.
Yeah.
Probably better tax scheme. Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
It's probably
no.
just-
Massachusetts has one of the highest tax rates in the U.S. It's not for lower taxes,
All right. Well, fine.
but it's probably
you,
for
Matt.
attracting talent. Like,
Yeah, I think I think Matt has a point here. Attracting talent has become an issue for corporations. So, if having a better location helps you attract better talents, I
And-
mean that could be it. That
Judging on the picture, I'd say it's working because they have a very young employee already here in the picture.
yeah,
So they obviously are attracting new talent.
this new
Um,
cradle to grave employee system is something.
Also known as Canada Post. Anyway, yeah.
Political statement here.
Well, no, Canada Post, as in their postal. Yeah. Anyways, I actually just read up this week about the strike and the way that their union is structured, and it's like, well, crap. If you get a job there, you basically cannot get fired or terminated or laid off
Nope.
or anything.
Nope. Nope.
So, anyways,
That's it. I'm moving to Canada to work.
But
for the
on
postal
the other hand, Canada Post is also asking a lot from employees.
oh yeah, for sure. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Okay, new set announcements. The new helicopter, anti-helicopter set, I should say.
What?
What?
Oh, jeez. When you get that close to the microphone. Well, anyway, so Lego City, the City Tower was officially announced. We've seen pictures of it already for a little while, but this is a mishmash of basically every city-related theme from the past couple of years.
Yeah, we're gonna put some of this, some of this, some of this theme, and this theme, and this theme. And
Axel.
yeah,
Yeah, and we agree.
It's
with
a
you.
hot mess.
Yeah.
That's a hot mess.
Yeah.
and just put a train right in the middle.
Well, not even a train. It's more of a streetcar or a subway car over a train because it is only one car. But yeah, Lego has officially revealed a new Lego Cities set with the City Tower, releasing June 1st, so only in a week. The set is 1,941 pieces. Will retail for $209.99 US. What did I say it was Canadian? It was $259.99 Canadian.
$259.99
For 1,900 pieces. The City Tower combines some of the city sub-themes, including train, fire, police, space, and construction. all packed into 3-level tall set. Now, I also like to say it also has like stunts, the stunt sets, whatever those things were called, I would say, even though it's not quite the same. But there's another shot of it. Yeah, if it's cheap and you get it for a discount, you might have cheap parts. Yeah, but I don't know. This is one of those sets that grandparents buy their grandkid children around Christmas, like some of the old train sets. That I think, Matt, you said that most of those sets sit in the store for a very long time, and then at Christmas time they just go, right?
Well, the train sets do, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. Like, I think City is one of the most overpriced themes in Lego now. It's
Yeah.
like, it's crazy what they charge for cities. I just don't think the sets are all that impressively designed, frankly. So I don't know.
Yeah. I was watching Jane Bricks the other day, and he did a review on this. And basically inside there's only 2 levels, and one of the levels is under construction, which he didn't catch onto, but I noticed. That's why the crane is here. They're basically re-gutting one of these floors, and that's why this tube is here, because this is like the throw your garbage down the tube and it would go into a dumpster. I assume
there's
that's
no
kind of how I
dumpster.
looked at it.
But
But
there's no dumpster.
Well, there is a train car, or there's a police car. No, I don't know. Yeah, I agreed. And part of me is looking at this tube going, oh, I really want some of those, but I'm not going to buy this set to get those. That's for sure.
Yeah, just go to Bricks and Pieces.
Bricks and Pieces. And yeah, the stunt sets, obviously, they're trying to get rid of these old ramps that they had and stuff as well, right? So yeah, what did I say? It was 269 Canadian, 259 Canadian.
259.99.
At 210, I still wouldn't buy this.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
Just save your $200 and go on Bricks and Pieces and get what you want.
Yeah. Like all this parts will be available. One of the cool things, I don't know if they're actually showing the characters here. They are not. So let's just open up the actual Lego listing.
I think I'm just going to order the parts to build the ship, and
Yeah, I would agree. And hopefully, like the ship
I
itself.
think most of these parts are already available.
Yeah, I would say so. Now, the only thing that you won't get is this sticker.
Yeah.
But
Who cares?
that's-
It's a
yeah,
sticker.
exactly. And maybe
What's-
the sticker on the console and the ship as well.
What's sad to me is that some kid's gonna have a parent buy them this kind of lame set. Like, they could
Yeah.
get a cooler set for that much money.
I agree. So for the figs, is there a better view? Let's just see. What happens if I click on this and pull up the figs? Hopefully we can get a rare view. If not, I'll just quickly jump over to Brickset. No, let's jump over to Brickset for a minute. 60473. Brickset is the best. And they are not sponsoring us, but I will gladly say Brickset is the best, because when it comes to the images, you get the highest res possible.
I totally agree.
Here we go. Oh, well, okay. Not much better, but definitely higher res than what Lego is having. The helmet on the space guy has a little alien on it, and it's hard to see what's happening behind the alien, but on the other side of the helmet is the classic space logo.
What?
That printed helmet's kind of cool.
What?
It looks like it comes with a police officer, a girl holding a snake, a construction worker with Batman's utility belt in a new color, kind of dark orange or reddish brown. Hard to see what it is. A policeman, or the police person, the fire chief or fire guy, a ticket sales agent, and a kid on a skateboard.
It's a fire person, Jeff.
Yes, that's true.
Fire person.
I don't even know what I said, I'll be honest with you. So,
You said fire guy.
You say
fire
fight guy.
well, a guy is kind of a generic term. Well, okay.
Why do you hate women, Jeff?
And as you can see here with the construction, the side of the building is open.
Could have said fire dude.
Fire dude.
Because
No,
there-
I'm sorry.
there's
Only
already
robots are dudes. Sorry.
they're robot
dudettes.
dudes.
Only robots are dudes. And hey, it comes with like one piece, maybe 2 pieces of train track. Not to mention a whole lot of roller coaster track in colors that you can never build an entire roller coaster out of.
Boring.
Yeah.
There should be a roller coaster of many colors.
So yeah. Anyway, this is just not the best of news. The little ship is cute. The sticker sheet will show up on Bricklink, I'm sure. Yeah, true. That's true enough. It has a little sticker on there on the building too that says 1932 for the year Legos or Legos inception year, I guess you could say.
Legos.
Lego.
Lego possessive.
The Lego
plural.
company. I was talking about the brick. I was talking about the company. Anyway.
Don't make me get all purist on you.
Oh, please do. Please do. All right. Lego Ideas minifigure vending machine has finally been announced and officially. Again, we've had pictures of this for a little while, or pictures and rumors of what figures would be coming in it. And the big news was that it was supposed to, that there were 2 Classic Space minifigures. And I think probably a day or 2 before the set officially got announced, there was a leaked image that's showing that you get 2 copies of each of the figures in the set.
What?
So here's the press image of the figures. We get 2 teal spacemen, and we get 2 gold spacemen, and we get 2 of the faction with the squid faction. I think that's a squid. What's the like? Is a squid the giant one?
You're
Don't they
the
have a
expert.
different name?
The calamari.
No. Anyway, squid faction, and also 2
The
of the
shrimp faction.
shrimp faction, and also 2 of the. Oh gosh, I'm losing it tonight with the names. What's the one with the wings? The horse, the
Griffin.
No, I got
Pegasus?
Buckbeak in my head, and it's not Buckbeak.
Griffin.
The Griffin. Yes, thank you. My apologies. It also comes with 2 figures with Fabuland T-shirts and like Fabuland or animal hats on, which I think is cool. Octopus? No, it's not an octopus. Sorry, I don't mean to say it that way. It must be squid. But anyway, I can't think.
Now you can finally make that James Bond movie set. You know the one.
Oh yes.
Wow.
The Squido. No, I can't even say it that way. It comes with a few other figures as well. There is a figure here with a Paradisia shirt on. So that's kind of cool too. Looks like we have a female pirate in here and another pirate.
Octopussy.
Yes, that's the words. Oh, there's actually 2 of the Paradisia figures.
So basically, you could just buy one of these for your 2 children and be like, okay, split the figs.
Yeah, you could. Anyways, let's read the press release. So Lego has officially unveiled the Ideas Set minifigure vending machine, releasing June 1st. The set has 1,343 pieces and retail for $179.99 US, 210 Canadian, I think it was. Let's just validate my fact here. $219 Canadian. The set features a working retro Lego vending machine and also includes 16 figs, which people are also saying this is the missing collectible minifig series for the year. Because the little IndyCar F1 cars came out.
That's a good point.
Took that spot. But it's 16 characters instead of 12, so it's an extended set, I guess. New minifigures, which you could also say is I just said that, and as I'm reading this, it also includes 60 new minifigures, which you could say is also an unofficial minifig series. No, I'm not buying 2 of this set to get a full set for a display, and then no, I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
These minifigures were included.
Yes, because you want them all. You're completist. You
Collect
said
them all,
yourself
Jeff.
that you need more sets.
These minifigures include a wide array of classic Lego themes, including teal,
More
blue,
sets,
space astronauts,
Jeff. More.
fabulated costume characters, as well as minifigs for pirates and Paradisia. They don't even mention the castle ones. How dare they? But yeah, it is a working gumball machine.
Castle.
Now I can finally make my Kraken hockey player with using these.
Kraken, that's the name. That's what I've been trying to think of instead
Are you
of.
serious?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't shrimp. I was like, big shrimp. What's that called?
Big shrimp.
That's what I was asking you guys. Anyway.
I did not understand what you were asking.
Oh,
Kraken is not a giant. It's a
No,
make
one is a
believe. It's a
other
make
is a
believe monster. I mean, it's not.
What?
It's not the proper
but it's
name.
based
of
on a
big octopus.
one is a crustacean, the other is a cephalopod. They're like 2 completely different species. branches.
Well, you are a professor, so I guess I can't argue with you. However,
That's not my area. So-
oh my gosh, my brain is hurting. Anyway,
Oh no! We're being attacked by a giant shrimp.
Right.
well, okay, where were you guys when I was saying these words and saying, no, that's not right? And you were like, yeah.
Because Kraken is a monster, dude. It's not a.
I know, but I was trying to get the word out, and I knew there was another word for it, and you guys were coming up
It's
with.
not another word for it's a monster. It's
It's a
nobody
totally
calls it-
different species.
it's
I think you just broke me. Anyway, so
Ugh.
it is a working vending machine,
with the
and
Kraken.
I'm pulling up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull up the brick set.
you might
Giant
say
shrimp.
might say-
Oh!
you might say Jeff is cracking under the pressure.
Oh!
Oh,
I'm just going to walk away and go.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here every
And
Wednesday.
after things like that, he wonders why he wasn't invited at the 5-year anniversary. Of
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's mean. He wasn't invited because we recreated the original show. There were only 4 people on it. That's why.
wow.
No one else was there
Wow.
for the first show. So
Wow. You guys, yeah, that's just mean, Dave. Okay, so putting the show back on track at some point tonight. We
Which
are
track? The railroad tracks or the
tonight on
the
on
train
Canadian
tracks?
Canadian deep sea building.
Kraken or giant shrimp? What's your take?
Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. That was really funny.
Sorry, Jeff.
Ugh,
tentacle.
that's almost as funny as the giant robot dude comment, but you are a source of comedy gold. Thank you, sir.
So speaking of gold, we get a pearl gold minifig, 2 space minifigs, and
My
2
my
teal
jaw is
minifigs.
actually hurting.
turquoise.
Laughing. It's my
So we have seen the turquoise hat appear in one of the Friends sets. So I mean, it was fairly obvious that was they put that piece in there because they had excess of them now because they've made these figures. Oh look, there's a Kraken in here too. Cool. Anyways, I did want to show there was an interesting new part. And when I was originally looking at this, I was trying to figure out how they had done the clear area of the gumball machine, and then I came across, and it does actually work. You put a coin in, and you turn the wheel, and it comes through, and the little gumball drops out. But there is a picture here from above, and you can see a new panel that's basically looks like it's probably an 8x8 or a 10x10 panel. That's a quarter curve. With a nice straight wall on it, which is pretty awesome looking. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Chris is going to buy some of these. But I was trying to figure.
you could probably Sharpie those into trans yellow.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yep.
So part of the whole thing about this being like the price it is, 219 Canadian, for what you're getting. I'm thinking that when they built this gumball machine, maybe they were originally going to put 1 copy of each figure in.
Well, that was the original plan.
That would have been the original plan, and that's probably what marketing wise they wanted to do. But I have a feeling that once they built the machine and made it with the mechanism to work, they then realized, well, this machine's only going to be like not even going to be full. It's only going to be a quarter of the way full or whatever. So we need to put more figures in here. So I like, to me, that's probably why it's more expensive, and
Got it.
and there's 16 figures in here because
It makes sense.
otherwise it would be an almost empty machine, right?
It would look puny.
Yeah.
It would look cheap.
So, but I
Everybody
mean,
like,
Jeff-
why did,
Jeff
like,
solved the case.
I did.
why
But-
did Lego cheap out? That's what people would be saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Do you guys find that expensive? Like,
How much
For-
is it?
well, it's sorry. Let me close this again. Canadian 219
Yeah.
for the price for 1343 pieces.
How many
no,
minifigs are we getting?
16 minifigs.
Well, you figure
or 16
minifigs are
minifigs?
$5
or
a
16
piece.
Yeah.
That's
Not a professor of math. Just saying.
yeah. That's
But,
like
yeah,
$80,
$80 for
Matt. It's
mini
$80.
but do another comparison. Like, if you buy a whole box of CMS series,
It's $80.
things-
If
Yeah,
you
but-
said $5 a piece, that's $80 for
Yeah.
12. Well, for 16, right? So, but if you knocked $80 off of this, this is still a $160 set or $140 set. So 140. I mean, when you look at it that way, 140 for 1,300 pieces. Yeah, okay, that price can kind of make sense.
Yeah, but those
Right.
pieces they're counting the minifig pieces in it. So
Well, this is true as
True.
well.
But the glass pieces are going to go for a fair amount on Bricks and Pieces. Those are not cheap parts.
No, and they're not going to ship easily too because they take up a lot of space. Space.
Space.
So
I see what you did.
Yeah,
Space.
space. Yeah. I don't know. I debate this, and yes, Paul has a good point as well. Not the tentacle creature point, but maybe with 2-time points and a very good gift for purchase, then yeah, I mean that could sway me to buying it. I guess.
Buy 8 copies of it, you mean?
No, well, no. Okay, so that's the other point. Most of these are, I think, all these parts will be available on Bricks and Pieces at some point, right? So if you want an army of classic space, dark turquoise and pearl gold figures, I mean, they're going to be selling a lot. They'll probably have a 10 per order limit as well, which would be a good thing as well. I don't know.
Those things are going to sell out so fast on
Well,
Bricks and Pieces, though.
and I'm also looking at the price. I think this globe has already existed, right? This bubble. I'm assuming this bubble piece already exists. And as we say that, I'm gonna go pull it up. Give me a second here. Well, I'll just do it. live.
Yeah, I think it actually
Wasn't it in the-
Trans Yellow, I think.
Jurassic Park set with a
Yeah,
little
that's what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
No, it's no.
You think it's different?
It's
I'm
not
under
that one.
container, so we'll see if it's in here. There's the Snap containers. Not the Snap containers. What are these ones called again? Do you remember these guys? Oh, the X Pods.
Odds.
Yeah, the X Pods. Okay, it's not in that category. Let's look under windscreens, I guess. There's a quarter. I know I've seen them before. Yeah, and Jurassic Park there was those little
Yeah,
Those
it
little
wasn't
vehicles.
the Jurassic Park.
no.
Yeah, they're actually selling like I said, they're actually selling that piece on Bricks and Pieces right now in Trans Yellow.
In Trans Yellow?
Yes.
Oh, because they were in a Sonic set, I guess, right? You just said that?
yeah.
Oh, so it's Sonic's wheel.
Yeah.
That they use. Okay. And how come we haven't bought it yet in that color?
Don't know.
Why don't we know this? Oh yeah, here it is here.
Yeah.
Okay. 7669.
Inventory.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that the same part? That doesn't look like
Yeah.
a globe. That looks
Yeah,
like
it
it's
is.
flat on the sides. Right. If you compare that to
Yeah, the gumball.
this, like these are a full circle.
Hmm.
So maybe it is a new part.
Probably a new part.
So I mean, based on that, I mean, you have the graphics department for all the logos or all the torsos. I mean, Classic Space is already existing torso. They just have to print that on whatever color minifig they want. But I mean, the shield designs and all the torsos. Maybe that's not such an expense, but we are getting a lot of new parts. In that, if these bubbles are new, if the balls themselves are new, the panels on this set are new. I guess the price is justifiable. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're trying to talk yourself into it.
No, not really. Yes, I am, obviously, but
Jeff, you want that set?
forget bricks and pieces. Folks.
Buy me, order me now, Jeff.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to order it yet. I have my list. I mean, I'd rather get the Lamborghini model, the car model, because I don't have that one yet because I want it. Well, I just haven't had a chance to get it.
Want it all?
I am not going to get this set right away. It will go on my wish list, and if it comes on sale or there's a good deal, then maybe I'll buy it. Maybe.
You're a completist.
I'm gonna be interested to see how well or slowly it sells. Like I could see it going either direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Hey Matt, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you angle your camera down a little bit further? Because
Oh.
when you bend over, we can't actually see. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
I've been trying to. I've been playing with the view here and going from like this way to this way, and I'm like, why can I not see Matt's face half the time? And then I realized, oh, it's because your camera, not because of the view.
I'm in the news again.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh,
You've been taken out of the news. When you're in the news, trouble happens.
True.
All right. There's a few new elementary reviews. I haven't had a chance to look at these yet, but there's the Lego Horizons Adventure set that came out, and I haven't had a chance to look to see if there's any new parts. So we're just gonna have a quick look through. There are some new minifigure elements, a new bow, some recolors. Oh, the triangle sign in trans light blue. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's new.
Some rare elements as well. Oh, lovely! They actually did it. So this piece came out in another set. I might have been. I forget one of the art sets. I think this piece came out, but only
in the one direction.
Only in the one direction, and now they've recolored the other direction in sand blue. So at least Lego has produced both directions now, which is a good thing. Yeah,
So no longer can we say one direction like the band.
for sand blue, yeah. Another set that they've done a review on is the Pixar Luxo Junior set, which has some interesting new parts as well. Mainly the ball and the lamp, the
ball.
And they talk about the actual set itself. So yeah, first up we have a brick round curved 6x6x1.
Which make up the ball.
It is printed though, so we don't have one of these in non-printed. But I think this could be a helpful piece for the future.
If you're making balls,
Great balls of fire.
You can also build this out of 4 of the quarter round pieces as well. So,
Oh wow, okay. That's how they did it?
well, no, this is a solid one. Like they've made one complete, but you can also build it with an existing part.
Right.
So
Okay.
really, this is a piece out of a poop. I think that's what they call
They're
it.
showing that you could poop it. I got it.
Yeah, piece out of other pieces. But I mean, this to me is more usable. The 6x6 one, or the one piece. The one piece. There's also the Technic
the one piece,
half bell piece,
the one piece.
which is a 10x11 by 5.5 curved piece. It's in light bluish gray. Oh, sorry, it's white with light bluish gray lines printed on it. They've done some geometry stuff on it as well, if you're interested. The technicals do line up properly, which is nice in that, it's like a nine studs and 6 and 7 studs, and then that looks like a 13 stud, or maybe an 11 stud or so height there. It's also 4 wide and 13 wide. 11 wide. Sorry.
11.
Yeah. And then the bulb itself is a Technic piece.
It's a new piece.
I think this was actually used in the space planet set that they had, the Technic one from earlier. But there are 2 11 module hemispheres that can connect nicely to complete the bell shape. There's a Technic panel dome 11 by 11 in bright light orange, and a dome hemisphere 11 by 11 with 2 studs. Is that so you can do off and on?
Oh.
No. Oh, no, sorry. They're saying that this... Sorry, I read that wrong. I thought that was the color of the bulb. But this is the they're looking at pieces that connect to this. So there are pieces available that already fit that the set. You know what I mean? That fit those panels. There's 6 recolors as well. These are the bulb pieces in bright light yellow. There's also some new white elements. Not new, but just recolors. Elastic bands in the set as well. Last time this elastic band existed was 1990
Wow.
in light bluish gray. Well, technically, in 1990 it was light gray, not light bluish gray. But anyway, and also Lego is continuing releasing parts in the new white versus the old color. As mentioned last week, that the white color has been is a denser color now in that it doesn't let light through it.
Let the light through.
Rare elements again.
Let the light through.
The street sign in yellow is back.
Become in yellow, yellow.
There are a lot of
Become in yellow,
Easter eggs
yellow.
in the set as well, but I'll let whoever buys that set discover it themselves. They also did a review on the shuttle carrier aircraft, which has a lot of printed parts. It looks like there's no stickers in this set. Based on this, and there might be stickers, but it looks like a lot of this is printed because they're just showing it that way.
Yep.
So there is a new mold for the landing gear, which is a Technic axle with the landing gear holders on it, which is interesting because it's the first time that we've ever gone from Technic to wheel holder type parts in the same piece, because normally it's been a studded connection. And this joins the wheel holder family of the different ones they've had now. Okay, so technically this one is Technic to the larger pin technical, but I'm talking about the smaller pin for the smaller wheels. And I guess technically this one has it as well. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Geometry wise, it's not quite a 45-degree angle. You can see the distance here is a little bit off, but it does have some interesting connections. And there is actually it's not quite in system when it comes to the offsets that are in here. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And they're just kind of doing some fun parts, some fun settings with their configurations with this piece. This one actually looks kind of interesting. It's a larger way to get.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that to me is putting a lot of stress on this piece.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
It's still pretty cool. Recolors, they have the new pennant flag. That's why I call it the larger triangle in white, and they have the wedge the 65-degree corner wedge in black. The heart is coming out in light gray, the heart plate. And this one I'm happy to finally see because I didn't realize until I was building my Telus building that this piece has not existed in light gray. It's only existed in the original gray, in the old gray. So I need a couple of these to strengthen up my building, or at least part of the building. So it's nice to see those come out. We're also getting the 3x3 L plate as well in light gray. Again, comments on the colors. The newer color it still lets a little light through, but it's a lot better than the old white was. And then some decorated elements as well. It looks like all the windows on the airplane on the Boeing are printed, not stickered. And there are some stickered elements though. So the decorations in the set come courtesy of both printed and stickered elements. These looks like they're all printed. Oh, and the stickers are the NASA logos, the flags. Okay, there's a lot of stickers. Guess that makes sense. The Enterprise sticker is actually a sticker though, David.
Oh,
so you can use that. You never know. Maybe there'll be another Enterprise this year. Rare elements as well. Rare elements as well, and I'm just looking at Chopper because I think I saw one of these parts in Chopper. Yeah, this slope here in light gray, the anti-cheese grater, which is currently available in Chopper's feed as well, and then just the some of the other parts. This circular plate is still extremely interesting to me. And is that a blue? I don't think I've ever seen the half bushing in blue.
Nope.
But it is saying it's a rare element, so it must have been somewhere else at some point. And a couple of elements that can appear in 2 other sets. Oh, is that the set number there? 42-136. I'm curious to see what set that is. Oh no, that's just the part number. Sorry.
Or if you get a part number, couldn't you get the sets that?
Yeah, agreed. But
you're too lazy.
no, I was. It's because it literally says these elements can be found in one other set. So I just assumed that number was the set number versus the part number, because I see a couple of part numbers here. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that research right now. And then it's a few elements in 3 other
He's too
sets.
tired.
I'm a little tired, yeah. And then there's a breakdown of the build.
He's a Canadian tire.
I am Canadian. I'm tired, which is also a good story. I used to work there. And then the Sherlock Holmes set, they also did a breakdown of this set as well. Again, the anti-cheese grater in dark gray, which is also a good piece. That is on my list mentally for a little while since the piece came out. Dark tan.
You're gonna have to wait for it because
Yeah, it's okay.
started on Friday. You're not getting any
Yeah.
pieces in.
Well, it's probably not going to show up on Bricks and Pieces for a while anyway.
Yeah, well, 6 months. Hopefully by then our postal strike is done.
Hopefully.
If they put the Space and Castle figures
Space.
PAB, how quickly will they sell it? So what Lego has been doing recently is they putting lot limits on stuff. 100 of certain pieces, 10 of certain pieces, so you can order or only order in smaller quantities. You can order as many times as you want that small quantity, from what I can understand, but you're limited to 10. So I'm pretty sure they'll put limits on those Space and Castle figs, which for me is perfectly fine because 10 is usually the number I want.
Yeah.
For those, I don't need to build huge armies. I just want a few of them, right? There are some new prints as well. There's a couple of newspaper prints that are the same about Moriarty, and then the Baker Street print. And it's actually interesting because when I saw the Baker Street print, I actually thought it was engraved. Because when you look at the picture, it looks like it's sucked in.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, how did they do that? And then I was like, oh, that's just printed on top. Okay. But my first glimpse on Instagram.
That's a good print, though.
It is.
To have it look like that, it's a good print.
Yeah, I agree. And then some rare parts again. The dark gray 1x4 curved brick again on Chopper. There's like a couple of them on here. And then the sticker sheet and stuff as well. So, all right, 2 more of these to go through. Krusty Burger, which was announced last week. When there's some new parts on this one. Not to mention figs and stuff, but Lisa gets a skirt finally. But definitely the new figures as well, the Krusty and Sideshow Bob and the squeaky voice guy. I forget what his actual name is, but I think they call him.
What do you mean?
Yeah, squeaky voice teen. I thought, yeah, I said guy because that's my thing. But and then Sergeant Lou,
Squeaky voice Kraken.
Yeah. All right, so recolors. There's the weird.
It should be squeaky voice trip.
There's the weird special cloud edged piece here in dark turquoise. The 1x2 to 1x2 bracket in dark tan, which has been out in other colors, but it's now out in, this is tan, but that looks dark tan to me. Am I right in saying that's dark tan?
It's really hard to tell that picture.
Yeah.
From my screen, it looks gray actually.
Oh, it looks great. Well, you need a better screen. It's dark tan to me, but let me just look at the higher picture. It could be the blue background they're using too. Yeah, because this looks. This probably is the butter yellow, so maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe it's
butter yellow.
Buttery yellow.
Buttery yellow.
And there's also a dark turquoise panel. Well, what does this say? Yeah, bright light yellow, which I call butter yellow because it was a color of butter. And yes, butter yellow was actually a color years ago in the Scala times. The Nougat's 2x4 plate, rounded with rounded curves.
You get
Lots of stickers in this set. And they've actually given they're actually giving references to where the stickers are from, what episode, or
Oh,
sticker number 4 was the Rib Watch, was first introduced in season 4. Yeah, they're actually giving out that detail. I'm assuming in the instruction book it is actually giving this information as well. So they've just basically lifted it out of the instruction book. But other elements of interest, there's some nice recolors here on parts. That's a newer Technic piece as well. So they've only been in one set prior to the Krusty Burger release. That Technic piece, is the Technic Axle Connector 5 long. One side has a Technic Axle connector, the other side is frictionless, or allows for things to slide in. So they've been using that in a little bit on some of the construction type Technic vehicles, and then some parts that are appearing in a couple other sets as well. All right, last one. My throat's getting dry. I need a drink. So, and I think this is we've kind of already covered a lot of this. What sets are, or what new parts are in the May releases, because they updated it as of May 15th. There were some new parts. So I don't know if they are actually just. Oh no, they're not doing it that way. So based on the picture, we're getting like the minifig parts from this guy, the red printed Classic Space logo and the eyes and the mouth, and as mentioned, some of the other parts I think we've already talked about pretty much. So let's not go into that one because I said so.
you're the host.
I am the host.
You
I'm
decide.
the host with the least right now, though, not the host with the most. So yeah, I don't know. Still, I'm on the fence about the
Gumball machine.
The Gumball machine, yeah. I'll probably get it eventually, but it's also because I am literally cutting back on buying stuff right now because I'm also booking stuff for my Europe trip. I forgot to mention on the weekend I booked 4 of our 11 nights in Europe, I think. Maybe
Nice.
4. So we've got the hotel booked for Billund. We've got the hotel from where we fly in, because we're flying into Frankfurt, and then we're just going to stay in Frankfurt for the day, so that we can catch up on some sleep and stuff. And I'm trying to think, there was another hotel we booked as well. Basically, like the beginning and the end of the trip, we've basically got some hotels booked. So the rest will come out as time goes. Apparently, there's some unlimited morning rush hour travel stuff for June to August for the 407 as well.
Ooh.
Oh, when you spend $50. So if you travel anyways, sorry, someone just sent me that advertisement. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah. Again, for the Gumball machine, I think it's just I'll definitely order the parts individually. Oh, Matt's now building the Kylo Ren set. I do like those printed tiles. They are pretty cool. Although it looks like they're off by one stud because the way the lines don't quite like.
Huh?
I know they're right, but or did you put it on upside down?
I put it on upside down. There we go.
Oh,
I was gonna say it looks weird that the lines don't line up all the way. There you go. Matt.
Axel is asking if you were going to any shows.
In Europe when I'm going, I will be in Denmark during Lego Fan Weekend or the Lego Fan Media Days. I will be in Billund on those days, or I'll be arriving, I think, on the actual Fan Media Day. So I'm not invited to attend that, so I'm not obviously going. But I'll be. It's basically there's 3 days. They're closed for 3 days. One of those days is for the setup of the fan models and stuff in the building. The next day is for the Fan Media Days, and there's another day they're closed. I think that's when they one day they pack up the stuff, and then the next day they bring the new stuff in. And
Jeff, you need to just elbow your way in and say, like, I'm kind of a big deal in Canada.
I'm kind of a big deal. I Oh no, I can't
I,
say
I,
that.
I have a show in Canada about
I
Lego.
was gonna say I'm the only show in Canada, but then I realized Nick actually is probably the bigger deal, and there's lots of people doing. I don't know, live chat wise. I guess I'm the only Canadian live chatter. I don't know. Is that true? We're the only Canadian live chat. Anyways, we'll ignore Matt in here because Canadian adjacent. Wearing a Leafs.
Well, he does have a Maple Leafs hat.
Yeah, but if he were Canadian, I was gonna say he would be embarrassed to wear the Maple Leaf hat right now.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the Montreal fans were celebrating Toronto making a mockery of itself once again. But
Yeah, this is true.
I had somebody get very angry at me because I mentioned on Facebook that every single time the Jets get eliminated, my friend texts me a picture of her toasting because they're the former Thrashers, and
Okay.
Jets fans were cruel when the team was leaving. Like, they came on our message boards and they said lots of very bad things.
Yeah.
So to this day, I celebrate every single year the Jets get eliminated from Lloyd Stanley's competition. And he's a Jets fan. He got very upset. He said he was going to like unfriend me. And I'm like, seriously, have you met Toronto and Montreal fans who hate each other's fan bases? I'm sure I'm not the only person that toasts when my most hated team gets eliminated. He calmed down a lot. He's like, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, to finish the answer to that question, I will be at Scareback Fan Weekend on the Sunday, I believe it'll be. I'm not going just as a public attendee. I'm just going to go in and buy a ticket because the tickets are available as you like only at the venue. So I will be going to that. I'm not attending any shows officially as an AFOL. And I'll bump into Deborah for the second time at Scareback because I'll see her first in Brickhamany in August, and then I'll see her again at Brixton the 6th in November. So there are shows in my future, just not in Europe directly. Axel, there are some Canadians on London's Calling show. I was more saying that we're the only Canadian-based chat that I know of. I think. I don't know. If there is another Canadian-based one, let me know because, it'd be fun.
We might do a joint stream.
We could do a joint stream one day. Yeah, we could do it on a Wednesday we could do it on Monday at a different time as someone else's stream, just to irk them. Yeah, that's it. So, did either of you guys
or on the Thursday when they used to?
Were they used to? Yeah. Exactly. Did either of you guys watch the Lego Masters episode that aired this week? Matt, you did. Yeah, Matt, you missed the chat to watch the episode.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to get posted online because I haven't seen it as of yet.
I met two of the contestants, Brady and John and Walls, at Bricks Rodeo in San Antonio last summer. So I know two of the contestants. I mean, I wouldn't call, they're not close friends, but like I spent some time hanging out with them. They're nice fellows. So
yeah, okay, fair enough. And technically, you were at Brixton the 6th last year. Mia was there.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't recall her father being there, but I know Mia was there because I recognized her from because she's been posted on YouTube a little bit as well. And it's funny because when she was posted on YouTube and she was showing some of her builds, I'm like, okay, she looks to have just joined the community recently, but she is building at a really high level. And that makes sense that she was already on Lego Masters because that had been done a long time ago. So she had picked up a lot of good building techniques probably from the show or whatever. Right. So it's like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But anyways, Mr. Sensier, are you going to watch it at all?
If I stumble upon it,
okay,
or if I have anything else to watch, probably. But
yeah, I could watch it.
I have a question for Matt because he's seen the show. Are you rooting for any particular team, or do you have a prediction? Or
he knows, I guess. But
no, I'm just rooting for the people that I met. I'd like for them to stay in it, longer. But I mean, honestly, so the rumor is that the footage was shot poorly, and it's why it's taken so long for it to come out. The rumor is that they gave it to two film editing companies, and they were like, "There's not enough good footage here to make a TV show." And so I was paying very close attention to the first episode and trying to see what actually made it onto the screen, given this background information. It was interesting. they always do a lot of shtick, like, and there was I don't know if there was any more or less than normal. I noticed that when they had when the builders are all done, they have the judging, and then they have like those still cameras that come in and zoom in. Like that photography looked great. It
Okay.
looked just as good as in prior seasons. But I did feel that in episode 1, we got less airtime of people actually putting stuff together. But
Okay.
it could just be it's the first episode. I'm kind of curious to see if I see any indicators that they had an issue with the footage or not. But it's too early to tell. So
Fair enough.
that's actually one of the things I'm paying the most attention to.
Well, yeah, and we won't mention that the rumor of that Matt had heard actually came directly from Brixton 6 last year, because that's where we got the information.
Is that right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You actually heard it from me, because I was talking to someone that might have been on the show in the past, or might have been related to the show and had heard this story. So, but I'm not outing anybody. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
I'm not
we protect
outing
ourselves.
anybody. Dave wasn't even there. I'm just going to out him. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I could watch it as well. Like, it's being aired on CTV here, but it's being aired at the same time as Old Grey Bricks, so I can't watch it live.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but
I think next week, initially when it was announced in the US, it said it was going to air on Wednesday, but then the first episode was on a Monday. So
okay.
I'm assuming it's going to be Mondays.
Yeah, let me just double check that.
What I can do. So the reason I watched it live is that I thought I had to watch it live because I don't pay for cable, but on my digital antenna, it's broadcast in the US on Fox. And so I can pick up Fox, my local Fox TV station with an antenna. And I thought I couldn't watch. If I missed it, I was done. But it turns out like it's supposed to be available the next day on Hulu, which I do have a Hulu subscription. So
yeah,
I don't have to watch it live to catch up. So
it's saying Monday on my listings, Monday for every episode.
okay.
So yeah. And it looks like
Oh no! All Grey Bricks will have to either not watch it or move the show.
No, they're not doing either.
Or just watch it the next day.
Or just watch it the next day. But yeah, Old Grey Bricks isn't doing their pre-show or their post-show and this year either, because 2 episodes is too much. Anyway, I was trying to make it into a controversy that it's not. But yeah, anyway, I guess we can call it a night. Now we're 40 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Now we're 37, so not too bad. All right.
We had that very funny Kraken joke.
It was cracking you up, was it?
It was.
Yeah. Next week, I will be broadcasting from a remote location.
Ooh, so exotic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it your usual remote location?
No. I'll be at Janie's house. She's back in Ontario, and she's working on packing a bunch of stuff up, and I'm going over to help her out for a portion of next week. So I'll be doing the chat from
Canadian
her place. So I will probably have a crappier. I'll probably be just using my laptop microphone and camera, so the quality of that audio will not be the best. So I apologize ahead of time, but I'm not bringing my speaker bar with me to sound better, because that's just crazy. Which is funny because I just said that and I'm like, geez, am I even using the right sound thingy? So I'm just quickly checking out to see. Yep, my microphone array is. Oh no! Hold on.
I'm holding.
Does that sound better?
Yes.
Have I changed audibly? Has my audio changed?
Yes.
Yeah.
That whole time I was using my webcam audio. So maybe I'll bring my webcam next week, and at least the audio was picking up all right from that, it looks like.
So are we wrapping up?
Yeah, we can wrap up.
So
I should just end it right there.
David, I've got my last of the Four Nations tournament, and it's a Canada.
Oh, cool!
pretty. Look at that.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's a winner's hat.
That's right. I'll wear
This is
that next
Canadian.
year. The,
All right.
the red leaf. This
The
one
red
is
leaf.
this one is hemp colored. It's actually like the hat is actually a different material than a normal hat. So I actually like it. It's kind of like it feels a little bit like a heavy linen. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
I guess that's what hemp feels like. I don't own any hemp, so
All right. We'll end the stream now. So
We're landing the ship.
we'll land this helicopter, and that's not a helicopter, Dave. Anyways, clicking the button. We'll talk to you guys later.